Sarah. Right now, we know that you're at the La Sagrada Familia church right now in Barcelona. Let's take a look at some of these live pictures of the ceremony. This is, of course, to honor the victims of the two terror attacks that took place on Thursday. And of course, a number of people are in attendance. Sarah, tell us a little bit more about this ceremony, who's there and the purpose of it, and talk to us a little bit about the victims themselves.
Yeah, pretty emotional moment and morning here in Barcelona, Kilmeny. The service that you can see there going on at the moment is, as you say, a memorial to the victims of the attacks here in Spain. Also a thank you to the emergency services for the work they've done. The King and Queen of Spain are both in the congregation there, as is the Prime Minister of Spain as well. And there was a really long line of people this morning, a queue waiting to get inside to go to that service. Some have missed out, and out here outside, there's a lot of people just pulled around here, taking photographs, taking a moment to pay their respects to those who lost their lives. I've spoken to a few of them, and they just told me they wanted to be here, even if they couldn't be in the actual service inside itself. They still wanted to be here to feel part of it, do their part, I guess, to pay their tributes. It's a sad, sad story. Of course, the people there remembering in there from all over the world. There were 34 different nationalities of people caught up in these attacks, either died or were injured. And the stories are really harrowing when you actually hear the personal side of what's gone on. There's one man who died in this attack. He's an Italian man, 35-year-old Bruno Gilletta. Now, this man was a father of two, one of them just a young baby. He was walking with his wife and children along Las Familia, on the boulevard there in Barcelona when the attack happened, and he threw himself in front of the moving car, the moving van, and that saved his children on Les Ramblas there. So he's being hailed as a hero in his hometown. There's another man, Luca Rosso, just 25 years old, also from Italy. He was an engineering graduate, and he died right in front of his girlfriend. And if that's not harrowing enough, well, there's another man from the United States. We're hearing about his story, Jared Tucker. He just got married. He was on his honeymoon. His new wife had to identify his body. And his father has told us if there's only one good thing that can come out of this attack, it's the fact he knows his son died happy. His son, obviously recently married, was on holidays and was really at a point in his life that he was enjoying when he was struck down so tragically.
Sarah, incredibly, incredibly tragic to hear those stories about the lives that were lost in those two attacks. And also, interestingly enough, the church, La Sagrada Familia, which of course is very famous, it's Gaudi designed and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I don't know if a lot of people know, but this cell was actually going to target this church. But they had wanted to, of course, but the house where they were holding those explosives that prematurely blew up, those explosives went off, so they weren't able to carry out the attack in the fullest extent, which of course, as emotional as all of this is, we take it back to the investigation. We know that this imam's house was raided. What more do we know at this point about this imam and how he's involved in this attack?
Well, police say he's a man in his 40s. He hails from Morocco, and they believe he may have been the person who radicalized the terror cell here in Spain. Now, police have admitted they're actually not quite sure if he's alive or dead. They certainly want him. He's a wanted man, but they admit he could be dead because the explosion you spoke about in that house in Alcanar on Wednesday night, well, that house, police suspect, was the bomb-making factory for this terror cell. Now, when the explosion went off on Wednesday night, police think it may have been an accident, that the terrorists accidentally exploded their explosives that they've been planning to use. Now, at least one man died in that attack, but police now think perhaps 3 people died in that attack, and one of them could very well be this imam that they're searching for. They've raided his flat in the town of Ripoll. They have discovered he's not there, obviously. His flatmate says he's been gone since Tuesday. They've been to the mosque where he's been preaching. The mosque says they actually haven't seen him since June, and they told the police that he said he was on his way to Morocco. So police still trying to work out where this man is. Nonetheless, He is from the town of Ripoll, where most of the suspects, dead or alive, in this terror cell are from, including one of them who is still at large. He's thought to be the man who was driving the van on Las Ramblas on Thursday night. Police have launched an international manhunt for him. They're checking the borders between Spain and France. Any actually planes in and out and any transport in and out of Spain is being checked for this man because they fear he is still on the run.
Sarah Morice, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for that.